All right, we are going to draw portraits, and we want to make them look realistic, like middle school level drawings, not elementary drawings. So what we're going to do is follow some rules that all portraits are drawn by, okay? So we're going to start by drawing a head. The head doesn't have to take up the whole paper, but we want it to be kind of big so we can see what we're doing. Heads are kind of a little bit bigger up top, a little bit smaller down below. I'll trace that in marker so you can see. Okay. Your head doesn't need to be perfect, but we don't want something wider than it is tall. We don't want something that's super, super skinny, just taking up a little bit of the paper. On the side of your head, when you have it drawn, I want you to make a line that's at the same height as the top of your head and at your chin. We're going to use this to help us make sure we're doing things correctly. So the first thing we're going to draw is our eyes. Our eyes, believe it or not, are halfway down our head. So we are going to start by drawing our eyes. Sometimes I draw a line across so I can see where they go. I want my eyes to be 1/5 of the width of my face. That means I can fit 5 eyeballs across my face. If I make them too big, they look strange. If I make them too small, they look strange. So we want about space for one eyeball, space for our real eye, space in between our eyes, our second eye, and there we go. So I think about this big. Okay, a tiny bit bigger. And I do a frown, smile, circle, dot to make my eyes. The next thing I'm going to do is my nose. My nose is halfway down between my eyes and my chin. So again, I might draw that line across in pencil. My eyes never really go wider than the inner corner of my eyes. So my nose is going to fit in this box. I can draw it however I want to. You can draw it a whole bunch of ways. This is just how I draw it sometimes. Back my nostrils. Here's my nose. Next is the mouth. You guessed, it's halfway between the nose and the chin. And your mouth is about as wide as your pupils. If I want to make myself look like I'm smiling, I'm going to draw this line a little curved up. If I want to look like I'm frowning, I might curve it down a little bit, but I'm going to draw just a neutral expression. So I'm going to draw the middle of my mouth first, which is the line separating my lips. And then I'm going to draw my bottom lip, which is just kind of a smile line, an arch line. The top lip. It's kind of how I draw it. Next, I'm going to draw my ears. Ears are a bit tricky. Ears go from your eyes to your nose. So you think about it, your glasses sit at the top of your ears and they go all the way down to your nose. So I'm going to go ahead and draw kind of an ear shape. My ears are kind of flat against my head, like this. But some people have wider ears. It's okay. Your eyebrows are next. Going back up. They're about an eyeball above, a little bit less. And they extend past your eye and they go further out. So they're a little bit wider than your eye. Not super wide. And they sometimes have like a little arch to them. Go ahead and draw these in. Add the little fuzzies. If you don't draw the eyebrows, you will notice it looks very strange. We look strange without our eyebrows. Even if they're light, we can tell they're there. All right, next is our hairline. I think I made that too tight. Yeah. Our hairline is halfway between our eyes and our top of our head. So this line. And it's just how our hair grows. So people with long hair, if you pull your hair back into like a ponytail, people with short hair, you might see your hairline. You might have a widow's peak like I do. All types of things. That doesn't mean that's how our hair looks. So for me, I have longer hair. My hair, I can see my hairline where my hair parts. My hair parts over here. And then my hair kind of falls forward into my face. Goes behind my ears. And then my hair behind my head takes up space like that. Alright. If I want to, I can draw lines kind of showing the direction my hair is going. Your hair will look different, and that's something that you might need to just look at in a picture and see how the hair is actually related to your hairline. The last thing we're going to do is our neck. Our necks are pretty wide. They are not spaghetti necks, so you need to be about as wide as our jaw. If you feel where your neck goes into your head, it's pretty wide. So even if you have a real dainty neck, still kind of wide. Your shoulders can go out to the side. Have a little bit of a slant. You can add a shirt if you want to. I can add some eyelashes. Okay. Little earrings, why not? You can make this person look like us. But these are the rules. This is what we're going to follow to make sure our portraits look realistic.